Now, you've probably asked yourself this question: how do I start something from home that actually works without wasting months guessing or spending money I don't have? In this video, I'm going to show you how to use free AI tools to launch a real side hustle, even if you're not techie. Now keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll have an actual plan that you can use tonight without quitting your job or going broke. Now, before we get started, can I ask one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Here is tip number 1. Start with a simple, low-risk, AI-powered business model. Let me tell you something that most people don't get. Simplicity scales much faster. I've seen people with zero experience start a $200 a month gig just offering blog outlines or Instagram captions using AI. You don't need to be a copywriting genius. You just need to be useful in some way. You can focus on one specific problem that you can solve fast using AI, and you'll stand out way more than trying to do it all. Now, most people overthink freelancing, but your first few gigs don't need to be glamorous, they just need to work. You can use ChatGPT to clean up someone's bio, write Etsy product descriptions, or even improve a LinkedIn profile. Now, these are all small wins, but they do create trust. I helped a friend land a $150 client just by rewriting one product listing. That's real, and it snowballs. Forget the myth that you need a fancy website to start. One Google document with your offer, a couple of examples, and your contact information is enough to look legit. I've seen people hit their first $1,000 using nothing more than that, plus a few smart DMs on Instagram. So stop waiting for the perfect start. Start by just being helpful. Now, here's something that hardly anybody tells you. Clients don't really care how you get the work done. They care if you save them time and make them more money. Now, AI is your secret assistant and not a shortcut. One guy that I coached charged $50 for a logo description and used ChatGPT to draft the brand story in just 10 minutes. The client absolutely loved it. It's not about cheating, it's about delivering faster. Now, to get your first few gigs, don't hide. You want to start some conversations. I recommend reaching out to small brands or creators with messy websites, outdated bios, or clunky Amazon listings. You can simply offer to fix one thing for free. That tiny act builds some trust and often leads to some real money work. Now, here's something a bit controversial. Offering too many services actually kills your momentum. You want to just pick one lane, like writing Instagram captions for fitness coaches, and do it better than 99% of other people out there. I worked with someone who made $600 in her first month just writing posts for a busy trainer who hated social media. So if you want to stand out instantly, then just show a mini before and after. You can use AI to rewrite a bad piece of copy and show both versions. It's simple, very powerful, and shows proof without testimonials. You don't need 10 years of experience, you need 10 seconds of impact. Now, I've put together some free training resources to help you build an online income source with AI. Go and click the link in the description below the video if you want to learn more. Now, back to the video. Let's now move on to tip number 2, which is to use AI to create and sell digital products. Let's bust a quick myth. You don't need to be an expert to sell a digital product. You need to be just 1 or 2 steps ahead of the person or the people that you're helping. Now, one of my students created a budgeting planner using ChatGPT and Canva. They put it on Etsy and made her first sale in just 3 days. So you don't have to be a guru, you just need to be very helpful. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They build the product before understanding what people actually want and what they will actually buy. I suggest that you check marketplaces like Etsy, Gumroad, or even TikTok Shop to see what people are already spending money on. Then you can use AI to create your own better and faster version. Now, if you're a bit short on time, here's a simple tip. You can ask ChatGPT to generate the framework for your product. For example, If you're building a self-care planner, you can ask it to give you 30 days of journaling prompts, weekly habits and trackers. You'll have 80% of the work done in just 10 minutes. Now don't get caught in the perfection trap, just get it live and see how it goes. I know someone who sold her first Notion template with typos still in it. She simply fixed them and got feedback and ended up turning it into a $40 a month recurring product. So done is always better than perfection, and you can always update things later on down the line. Now most people only think about creating, but you need to think about the distribution. Now once you make your product, you can share it in niche Facebook groups, you can share it on subreddits or even Discord communities. Now, I would recommend jumping into conversations and actually helping people, then casually dropping your product link when it makes sense. So here's a common limiting belief. Why would anybody really want to buy my product? And the truth really is people are buying connection, not just content. When they can relate to your story or your product in some way, this becomes a solution that they are more likely to trust. That's why I always recommend adding a short "why I made this" note in your product or your description. Selling a digital product isn't about going viral, it's about being consistent. One girl that I coached made $10 on week 1. By week 5, she was earning $100 a week just from promoting the same product, with a slightly different angle on her Instagram. Small steps, but just good momentum. Let's now move on to tip number 3, which is to let AI help you start a freelance service side hustle. Here's what no one tells you about freelancing with AI. Your value isn't the tool, it's the transformation that you deliver. I saw someone use Descript to clean up 20 podcast episodes in a weekend, and they charged $500. The client didn't care how it was, it just saved them weeks. If you're stuck on what to offer, look at what frustrates a lot of people. Coaches who hate editing videos, Etsy sellers with ugly thumbnails, authors who may need someone to polish their bios. You can use AI to become their invisible helper. I suggest that you start by fixing something small, then offer the full package. Now, do you want to win some trust fast? And if you want to do that, you can record a 60-second screen share showing what you can do. You don't need to show your face, just walk through how you improved something with AI. I've had people land some clients just from a Loom video and a DM. Proof really does beat pictures every time. Now don't sleep on the voice work. AI tools like 11 Labs let you offer voiceovers, audiobooks and much more. Now one guy that I worked with started narrating short stories for indie authors using AI to enhance his voice. He charges $80 per project. He's not a voice actor, he's just quite smart. Now I suggest you get really specific with who you actually serve. Instead of "I do editing," you should say something like "I help solo podcasters sound like pros without lifting a finger." That clarity makes people really think like, finally someone who really gets me. You'll instantly look like a specialist and not just another freelancer. Now, if your struggle is with finding clients, you're probably skipping the real conversations. You want to join Slack groups, indie communities, or even niche Facebook groups. Now, you don't want to sell, you really just need to help. When you're helpful without an agenda, people start asking, what else do you offer? That's where the magic really happens. Now, you can see better results if you stop hiding behind and just starting out. Everyone starts somewhere, but your ability to solve a specific problem or a pain point is what really counts. One woman I know offered free editing for one YouTuber, got featured in their bio and turned that into 3 paid gigs in the next week. So you just need to show up consistently. Now, I've put together some free training resources that will teach you how to create an online income stream with AI. Go to the link in the description if you want to learn more. Now back to the video. Let's now move on to tip number 4, which is to build a personal brand around your side hustle. Let me give it to you straight. Posting content online isn't about being famous, it's about building some trust. People want to buy from someone that they feel connected to. I helped a digital product seller 3 times her sales by simply showing her face and sharing her process more on her Instagram stories. Now, if your challenge is staying consistent, I would suggest that you create a content map based on your journey. You can break it into micro stories, such as what you're working on, what's currently working and what's failing. That behind the scenes stuff is gold because it feels human and not salesy. Now, a big mistake I see a lot of people make is people try to sound like an expert instead of showing up as themselves. Your story is your mess, your questions and your wins. That's what people really do relate to. That's what makes people DM you. I had one follower land her first coaching client just from a post about how nervous she was to actually launch. To help you build quickly, you can use AI to turn your voice notes into posts. You can literally speak your thoughts into your phone, feed it into ChatGPT, and then clean it up. You keep your personality but save a ton of time. I use this on a weekly basis. Now, don't forget your personal brand is really your digital trust. Now, the more consistently that you show up, the more people believe that you can help them. One creator that I know started by just tweeting his journey, and now he makes around $2,000 a month from his DMs alone. It's a good idea to add a simple call to action to everything that you post. Something simple like DM me if you want to see my setup, or comment if you want my script. It turns passive followers into some active conversations. That's how community really starts. Now, the key thing is to be someone people want to root for. You want to be real, you want to be kind, and you want to be really useful. You'll build a following that doesn't just watch. You'll build one that actually buys, refers, and sticks with you in the long term. That's how you stop chasing sales and start building an online brand. Let me now give you tip number 5, which is to turn AI into your personal assistant. Most people don't really have a money problem, they simply have a time problem. And AI can literally buy back your time if you use it in the right way. Now, I suggest that you start using ChatGPT to handle the stuff that drains you on a long-term basis. This might be emails, it could be brainstorming, client replies, and draft writing. You'll be shocked by how much mental space that frees up to actually help you grow your side hustle. Now, if you're juggling a 9 to 5, family, and have 0 free hours, this tip really is your lifeline. One single parent that I helped used AI to create social posts, product titles, and email templates during her baby's nap time. Now, it didn't make her a millionaire, but it gave her time back, and it helped her hit her first $800 month. Real results and no burnout. Now, the key thing is to train the AI like it's your personal assistant. I recommend giving ChatGPT very specific instructions, such as write in a calm, friendly tone for mums who want self-care tips. The more personal the prompt, the more human the actual result. This will save you hours each week on content creation, outreach, and planning. Now, here's a mindset shift that most people miss. You don't have to do it all when you have AI that thinks with you. You can create a month's worth of post ideas in just 10 minutes. Now, you can write lead magnets without staring at a blank screen. It's not cheating, it's just collaborating. This is how you keep showing up without the burnout. Now, don't forget, AI is amazing, but it does need your voice to work really well. One of the biggest mistakes I often see people make is copy and pasting generic AI stuff. That doesn't sound very human. Now, if you really want to stand out online, take what AI gives you and rewrite it in your own tone. That's how you connect better with your audience, and that's how you build more community. Now, here's something a bit controversial. If you're still spending 3 hours on Canva for one Instagram post, then you're doing it wrong. I helped someone automate their entire content workflow using AI and templates, and you can do the same thing. Now, this person that I helped, she now runs her business in just 90 minutes a day. so you can do more with less and still be authentic. Now let me tell you this, if you're not using AI to reduce decision fatigue, you're burning energy on the wrong things. You can set up systems where ChatGPT helps you prioritize your tasks, brainstorms headlines and writes proposals. One freelancer that I know created a daily AI workflow checklist and doubled her productivity in just 2 weeks. That's real transformation and not just productivity hacks. Let's now move on to tip number 6, which is to use AI to test business ideas fast before you waste time or money. Let me tell you what most people do wrong. They fall in love with their idea before knowing if anyone actually wants to buy it. You can use AI to validate your side hustle ideas without spending months building something that nobody actually needs. I suggest that you use ChatGPT to simulate buyer objections, scan Reddit for real pain points, and generate surveys in just minutes. That's how you test the smart way. Now here's a fresh approach that you can take. You can ask AI to act like your ideal customer and grill your idea. One guy that I helped was about to build an entire productivity course until we used ChatGPT to simulate some feedback from overwhelmed parents. It turns out his idea was way off. We pivoted and he pre-sold a mini version that made around $300 in just 10 days. Now you don't need a product, you need proof of demand. If your brain is always overflowing with good ideas, you need to filter them and not chase all of them. I recommend asking AI to help you rank your ideas based on time to launch, cost to test and real world demand. It takes around 10 minutes. This one trick has saved people months of wasted time and stopped them from getting stuck in idea overload. Now you can use AI to build a test version of your offer literally overnight. I helped a client create a landing page, email script and product outline in 1 day, just to see if anyone would actually click. She got 17 signups before building a thing. That's what I call proof before perfection. Now here's the trap I see a lot of people make. People think launching equals building. This simply isn't the case. Launching is about testing energy and interest. You can ask ChatGPT to write a post pitching your idea. You can then post it in a niche Facebook group. If nobody reacts, then don't build it. If people comment, "Where can I get this?" then you know you've got the green light. So that's what I call a signal, and you should listen. Now don't forget to ask AI how people talk about the problem that you're actually solving. So I would suggest that you prompt AI to summarize 10 real user complaints about your niche from Reddit. The answers will actually shock you. They'll also give you the exact words to use in your marketing. This is how you speak directly to people's pain points instead of guessing. Now, most importantly, you don't want to wait for clarity before you take action. Clarity comes from action. So use AI to move faster, test smarter, and get some feedback without overthinking. One student that I worked with tested 3 ideas in 1 week using just Google Forms, ChatGPT, and her TikTok. The 3rd one hit, and that's now her full-time side hustle. Let me now give you tip number 7, which is to use AI to build trust and get noticed. Now let me tell you what most people are doing backwards. They're trying to go viral instead of building trust. I suggest that you use AI to help you sound like a real human with a real mission. You can prompt the AI to rewrite your bio, your captions, or your emails in your authentic voice. But here's the simple truth. People don't buy from experts, they buy from people they feel like they know. Now, if you're starting from 0 followers, that's actually your advantage. You've got freedom to actually experiment. Now, one of my clients with no audience used AI to map out 10 posts that shared her story, her values, and her why. She didn't go viral, but her DMs blew up with people saying, "I feel like you're talking to me." That's the real win, with connection over clout. Now, I recommend that you use AI to break down your offer in a way your specific person will care about. Now, if you're selling a digital product to busy mums, you can ask the AI something like, "Why would a stressed out mum care about this?" Then then you'll get the gold that you need from ChatGPT. But don't talk about benefits, talk about life problems that they actually want gone. That's how you get noticed in a noisy space. Now here's something a little bit controversial. You don't need to post more, you need to post better quality. You can use ChatGPT to improve your content quality instead of grinding 3 times a day. One creator that I worked with cuts their positioning posting in half and tripled their engagement because they finally started speaking to pain and not features. Now, to help you build credibility much faster, I suggest using AI to create micro case studies. You can say something like, helped me write a short story about how, and then insert the offer, helped someone go from whatever the struggle is to whatever the outcome they desire. This builds trust instantly, even if the example is from your own journey or a made-up hypothetical based on truth. Now, don't forget, people follow transformation and not just information. You can ask AI to help you turn tips into stories. Instead of saying 3 tips to grow your business, try something like, here's what I wish someone told me when I was working 10-hour shifts and trying to sell my first digital product. That's real and that's much more relatable. That's what builds your brand. And here's a secret I tell all my clients. You don't have to be loud to be seen. You just have to be clear. Use AI to sharpen your message until it cuts through like a knife. You can ask it to summarize what you do in just 1 sentence that makes someone say, that's exactly what I need. Because when your message is clear, you become unforgettable, even with a small audience. Well, that's it for today. 7 powerful tips that you can start using right away. Now, if you're serious about building your online business and creating a sustainable online income, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the comments and go through to my website where you'll find some free training resources which will help you get started right away. These free step-by-step resources are designed to guide you through launching a successful online business and generating online income streams. Don't wait, take action today. Click the link below and start your journey now. Now please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really does energize and motivate me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and have an amazing day.